Kanye West has sent her a cease and desist letter alleging all sorts of things about their kids, Kim's treatment of the kids, and his access to the
alleged neglect.
Yes.
All right, guys. So let's just get straight to the point. I'm going to try really hard not to make this clip 20 to 30 to an hour minutes long, because I really can. When it comes to the topic of Ye, I am very I'm very indignant about this topic. I want to be clear. I do not defend everything that Ye does, nor does he need me to, but I am the broad that is going to look further beyond the usual talking points, right? Like, we're going to break down what's really going on and these accusations that Kanye is making towards Kim, and why, we don't need to start laughing immediately, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this clip. It's also talking about the song. Everybody knows the song that came out. I have to be careful because I can't say too much, because they are doing everything, and I mean everything, to make sure nobody hears the song. But a lot of people have heard it already. Let's go ahead and get into this part of the clip.
So there's that, and then there's also the fact that Bianca Censori is now signing on with this, and
she is part of the cease and desist letter.
Yes.
Kanye and Bianca are alleging that Kim is a negligent parent who is keeping the kids from them.
Yeah, so we got this cease and desist letter. We broke the story this morning. A cease and desist letter sent by Kanye and Bianca, sent by their attorney that they've hired, sent to Kim's attorney, Laura Wasser. And in this letter, there are three major things.
Can you just go back to the letter for 1 second? I just want to know, can you actually read that?
Yes, we represent Mr. Kanye West and Ms. Bianca Censori in family law matters concerned. I'm not going to do the whole
No, you don't have to. I just can't read a word of it on the screen. Okay, go on.
It's okay, but you know what? This is so great. You make me feel young.
Okay, so we're going to kind of skip ahead a little bit, but what's going on is that, and Kanye says it, that he's not allowed to see his kids. People know that this is true. I don't know why they're acting like this is some Kanye is saying that Kim is not doing right by the children, and that's so funny. Well, why can't he see his children? Is it because he says some bad words? And by the way, he does not say some bad words. Let me be very clear right now. I'm not one for the N-word necessarily, but in this instance, I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and use that word if we need to, and couple it with the other two words, and we're gonna break everything. Okay, we're just gonna break it. You know why? Because I'll get to that point in the next segment. I will, but Kanye, I haven't seen any reports that he did something to these kids. Why is it that the man is always complaining that he cannot see the children that he's brought into this earth? By the way, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Look, on this channel, we talk about the inconvenient truth, and that's just what we do. For anybody who's new here, I don't even know what kind of audience I have anymore, but I'm grateful to everybody who's watching. All right, so let's just skip ahead a little bit, because these guys are just getting on my nerves a little.
And in the letter, they say that Kim left North alone for portions of the evening in a vehicle. That what they say in the letter is, while Kim was walking around in the Met Gala showing off her dress, her fashion, North was just sitting in a car unattended, they say. Now,
that seems, again, very hard to believe.
It seems very hard to believe that Kim would just leave North by herself.
First of all, you can't park at the Met Gala. So, we're serious. So there's got to be a driver in that car.
Right.
Anywho.
Exactly.
So that's
one thing. The other thing that they are upset about is they say that Kim continues to put images of North on TikTok, and this might be a reference to the Met Gala as well, because that night they did post a TikTok together.
I actually like Kim's hair in this one,
showing them getting ready.
So here's the thing about that. So Kanye thinks she crossed the line by doing that they want to keep the kid private. Kanye, a month ago, has North record a song with Diddy on it, with the Tate brothers at the studio, and then Kim calls and says, do not release the song. Kanye agrees, and then releases it anyway.
And released anyway. So, right. But that's his allegation here.
Well, that's
that,
rich.
That Kim is
Listen, let me tell you something.
profiting. In fact, he said.
Okay, this guy right here is never. What's his name? I always forget his name, guys. Please drop a comment below. I think I'm gonna start really getting into the pop world, so let me learn these people's names. Let's keep it real. I think his last name is Levin. He's not gonna be on Kanye's side. And it's not about being on sides, right? It's not. I'm going to tell you, like, for real, I do not like when Kanye prances his wife around naked. I think that is very, there's a lot of Antichrist stuff happening around Kanye, and I don't like that, he's any part of it. I don't. I think that, there's a lot going on with that, right? So there's that. So I'll never be, and nor will I ever say that he's a role model for Christians. That said, I will use the tools given to me to wake Christians up with them, okay? That said, again, this Jewish man is not going to be happy with anything Kanye does or believe anything Kanye says. Fine, Kanye put out the video that he said he wasn't going to put out. It's the same thing with the TikTok, though, with Kim. This TikTok complaint has not just started this year. Kanye been complaining about TikTok and Kim and North since around the time of the big cough. I remember that. And I understood exactly what he was talking about, right? But, like, I don't even want to get too, stuck on this part of the topic. Like I said, we already know why the world makes it seem like Kanye's crazy. He's not crazy. Sorry, he's not. I don't have the diagnosis on me to say that he's crazy. Sorry. But we had the breaking points, of course, talking about the song, right? You already know what kind of song, okay? Now.
And with, damaging impacts on society as well, I think you have to say.
Can you read the last lyric? By the way, those last two lines.
With all the money and fame, I still don't get to see my children, so
Yeah.
I became a Nazi. Yeah, bitch, I'm the villain.
Yeah, this is like profoundly sad.
Yeah.
The point of the song, so like there's been this understandable reaction to the song as though it's like Kanye West embracing, which he's done in other formats, by the way, white supremacy and
Being an overt Nazi.
Being an overt
and celebrating
Nazi.
Hitler, yes.
Right. What he's saying in this particular song is that, and this is very Kanye West and just an absolute tortured genius and extremely profoundly sad. He's saying that he's been pushed into this basically because he's so desperate. This is a cry for help, that nobody is helping him basically. And so he is now turning to the most taboo subject in this country and in the broader West just to get attention from his family and just to get help from his family. And it's like one of the saddest.
Okay, yeah. Let's stop that, right? Look, it definitely is sad that he can't see his kids, but nobody asks why. Do you guys not remember Harley Pasternak text messages to Kanye when he started, opening up about how he, not how he felt about things, about his, what was going on in his life with the people that he was dealing with. And he got a text message from one of them saying that we will make sure you do not see your kids if you don't stop talking like this. Okay, that's not a one-off thing. Okay, that was a handler, and we know what kind of handler it was, right? So why can't we talk about this, right? Like, so hold up. So it's like, my God, he's so crazy because he's doing this and he doesn't know what else to do, and then he's reaching out and people don't, okay, you know what? Shout out to her that she's at least trying to humanize him because most people demonize him. But I'm not going to even walk the fine line for a second and say that he has a mental health issue. I'm not doing it. By the way, I didn't do it even when I didn't know about all of what I know about today. When Kanye went to the White House talking about, MAGA this and MAGA that when Trump was president, everybody said he had a mental health issue. I was like, yo, why can't black people just not do this? We denounce Kanye. We want to take Gary Owens instead of Kanye. And I was like, why are we doing this to Kanye? I was like, he just meant to meet with Trump. What is the big deal? I was like, why do we have to always be the ones to denounce somebody's blackness simply because they don't do black the same way how they think everybody should do black, right? But I'm not done with this. I can't even play part of the song, but that's going to be what I talk about towards the end. But we have also Michael Knowles talking about this. Such a nut.
Ninja.
Let me tell you something. Somebody from the Daily Wire is not the person I'm going to go to about, what kind of song this is and if Kanye should be singing it or not. Your freaking boss is like the biggest Zionist Jew that ever existed, like at least in my lifetime, I'll say, right? Like, so stop it, okay? Like, as if you were ever gonna have any other freaking. All right, so I put the horse in front of the carriage in front of the horse. But I'm just saying.
How are ninjas Nazis? The Nazis view black people as subhuman.
No, they
the
didn't.
Nazis viewed them as Untermenschen. They're subhuman. So how could a ninja be a Nazi? It's not possible. The exoteric meaning of the song is not possible. It doesn't make any sense. So Kanye's either a nut, yeah, maybe, or he's saying something else beyond the exoteric meaning. It seems to me that the introduction to the song actually sets that up. Because he's saying, I'm not in my right mind. I'm not thinking logically.
Oh, God. Stop trying to save him by saying that he's crazy, okay? He's saying, I'm pissed, and I don't care. All bets are off, okay? That's what he's saying. And he has every right to say that. And now I'm going to explain why. Let me tell you something. Like I said, this is the last time I make this disclaimer. I do not have to defend everything Kanye says and does. But with this one, I'm going to defend it to the ends of the earth, okay? Now, if you guys, I'm on Twitter defending it. I don't care. I have never cared. Let's put it this way. Words, especially for a Gemini, are something that we take and we mold, and we are sorcerers with words and the way we can persuade and get people to see what we're thinking and understand other people too, by the way. Kanye West is a Gemini, but that's not even the point. The biggest point is this. Everybody's wilding out over this song. Oh my gosh. He's saying how whoever, because I can't say it for YouTube. This is a big deal. Oh my God, I can't believe he's doing. Yo, man, you ever listen to drill music? Yeah, y'all ever listen to drill rap when these little 15-year-olds are talking about and what, and meaning ninja what, I'ma make you bleed out your mouth, ninja but choking on your own blood. Okay, I've heard these songs, and these songs are like hitting the tracks, making massive money. Oh, that's okay, but somebody can't say the other two words that I simply cannot say on YouTube, because I'd love for this video to at least make it to, I don't know, can it at least make it to 1,000 people? I used to be able to hit bigger numbers than that, but I'm pretty sure that there's a problem with something I'm saying here, especially as a black person. Well, black people, well, they hated you. No, they didn't. I went back. I looked at history. There's a lot going on. Y'all look up Jesse Owens, by the way, okay? If they didn't scrub out that story already, stop this. These people are not my villains. They can be your villains if you want to make them your villains. That's fine. You know who's my villain? Satan. That's who my villain is. And we work hard to fight and rebuke Satan every day. Not this person. That's not my villain. And so if he wants to go ahead and take a song and do something with music and bend music and get people to not even think and just sing, like it's perfectly normal to hear certain words, by the way, because that's what happens when you hear about black folk ending each other and this, abortion, this, everything is okay. But when somebody says NHH, whoa, stop the presses, right? No, I want everybody to sing that song. I do. I want it playing loud. I'm telling you, that song is giving me energy. I'm going to get me a big fat BMW and I'm going to blast it in the streets. This is where I'm at with it, because I'm so sick of the hypocrisy. I really am.